Today we're diving into a mystery in the sky, one that doesn't roar like a fighter jet, doesn't draw attention like a massive military drone, and never seems to get caught. It moves silently, flies low, sees everything, and disappears without a trace. It's called the Skylark drone, and it's often described as Israel's quietest and most elusive eye in the sky. When we think about military drones, most people imagine large machines like the Predator or the Heron. Big, loud, powerful, and capable of launching missiles. But Skylark is different. It's small enough to be carried in a backpack, quiet enough to fly unnoticed, and smart enough to send live intelligence without ever being detected. This drone doesn't hunt. It watches. It listens. It silently collects information that can decide the fate of missions, soldiers, and entire regions. Most drones rely on size, advanced radar systems, or long endurance. Skylark relies on invisibility. It doesn't compete with the big drones. It doesn't fight for attention. It simply sneaks in, does its job, and leaves before anyone knows it was there. That's its superpower. For years, Israel has used it to observe enemy movements, locate hidden threats, track militants, and even guide larger aircraft to targets without being seen. Imagine this: you're in a conflict zone, the skies look clear, you hear no engines, no buzzing, no sound at all. And yet, above your head, at a height that blends perfectly into the sky, something is watching. It sees your movement, hears your communication, and sends everything back to a command center miles away. You wouldn't even know. That's the Skylark effect. The drone has a wingspan of around 3 meters. It weighs about 7 to 10 kilograms, depending on the version. That's lighter than a set of body armor. It can stay in the air for 3 hours at a time, but here is the real secret. It produces almost no noise. It doesn't use a loud combustion engine. It uses an electric motor, and the sound it makes is softer than a laptop fan. That's why soldiers often say this drone never gets caught, because you can't catch something you don't even know is there. It's built for surveillance. It can't fire weapons. It doesn't explode. It doesn't attack. Its only job is to see and listen. Its cameras can zoom in from kilometers away and read a license plate. Its sensors can detect motion, heat signatures, and even wireless radio signals. From a safe distance, it can reveal the presence of hidden tunnels, weapon stockpiles, or ambush spots. That's why ground forces love it. It doesn't just help them win battles, it prevents them. Now, what makes Skylark even more interesting is how it's launched. Unlike other drones that require runways or complicated launch systems, Skylark can be launched using a simple catapult. Set it on a ramp, press a button, and it flies. It returns by parachute or belly landing. That makes it perfect for mobile operations. A unit moving through mountains, deserts, or urban areas can use Skylark wherever they go. The drone is made from lightweight composite material. It absorbs radar waves, making it almost invisible to radars. It also flies at low altitudes, below the radar detection layer. That means even radar stations might miss it. Its small size and lack of metal also make it hard to detect using infrared or heat detection systems. It literally hides between the layers of technology meant to catch drones, but let's talk about its brain. Skylark is connected to a ground control station operated by only 2 soldiers. One flies it, and the other monitors the live video feed. These feeds can be streamed directly to commanders, tanks, artillery units, or even pilots. That means a Skylark drone could be flying quietly above enemy lines, while guiding tanks miles away on where to aim. Think about how battles used to work. Soldiers would go in blind, not knowing what lies ahead. Now, Skylark shows them. Before they enter a building, it can scan rooftops, windows, and movement inside. Before they move through a valley, it checks for hidden explosives or enemy snipers. It changes everything. It turns uncertainty into clarity. Skylark isn't just one model. The earliest version, Skylark I, was designed for small tactical missions. It was simple, lightweight, and perfect for quick deployments. But as time went on, Israel kept improving it. Then came Skylark Roman II, which had longer flight duration and better cameras. Skylark 3 followed, offering wider coverage, longer flight hours, and even the ability to coordinate with other drones. It became a network in the sky. It's been used in real missions too. In Gaza, in the West Bank, and along the Lebanon border, Skylark drones have provided intelligence for years. They have located militants hiding in homes, detected rocket launch sites, and even helped rescue kidnapped individuals. They don't just spy, they save lives. Not just Israel uses Skylark. The United States Army has used it. Canada, Hungary, Australia, and even France have operated versions of Skylark. Why? Because in modern warfare, silent intelligence is more powerful than loud firepower. But what makes Skylark truly special is not its advanced technology, it's its silence. Silence is its weapon. Silence is its power. Silence is what makes it impossible to detect. And when something is hard to detect, it is nearly impossible to take down. In an age where military systems are becoming bigger, louder, and more powerful, Skylark proves that sometimes the most powerful thing in the sky is the quietest. It doesn't roar, it whispers, it doesn't threaten, it observes, it doesn't chase, it waits, and that is why it never gets caught. The question many military experts ask today isn't how many drones you have. It's how invisible they are. Skylark changed that question. Detection is no longer about radar. It's about silence. Can you see something that makes no sound? Can you fight something you don't even know is there? Think about the future. Wars will not be fought only with missiles and tanks. They will be fought with data, with surveillance, with information. Skylark is part of that future. It might not carry bombs, but it carries something far more powerful. Knowledge. And knowledge in war is everything. Imagine a military commander planning an operation. Instead of guessing enemy positions, he watches a live video from Skylark showing exact movements, vehicle types, radio signals, and even heat patterns from hidden bunkers. He doesn't need to guess, he knows. That's what Skylark gives you. It gives you certainty. It replaces fear with clarity. It replaces guessing with knowing. It changes the game. Skylark was designed for missions where both stealth and detail are needed. In crowded urban areas, large drones attract too much attention, but Skylark blends into the noise of everyday life. It flies low enough to hide from radars, but high enough to avoid being spotted. It doesn't draw attention from civilians, and it doesn't spark panic. It's a silent observer. Its navigation system is also highly advanced. Using GPS and advanced onboard sensors, Skylark can navigate even in areas where signals are jammed. If communication is lost, it can return to its launch point automatically. It knows where home is. The drone doesn't rely only on cameras. It has infrared imaging, allowing it to see heat signatures even in complete darkness. Whether it's day, night, fog, smoke, or dust, Skylark continues to see. It sees heat from a vehicle engine, even if it's parked under trees. It sees footprints in sand or grass, hours after someone walked by. It sees life where human eyes cannot. And here's something even more surprising. Skylark is often used to guide other drones. Larger combat drones might be waiting out of sight. Skylark scans the area, finds the target, marks it with digital coordinates, and those bigger drones take over. Skylark doesn't attack, but without it, attacks would be blind. It's like a whisper in the network. It quietly tells others where to go, what to watch, and what to avoid. Armies call it the invisible partner, because you don't see it, but everything sees through it. Most drones rely on power to control the air. Skylark relies on patience. It can circle an area for hours, watching every movement, tracking every step. It waits, it listens, it learns. It doesn't need to strike because sometimes knowing is more powerful than striking. From remote deserts to narrow city streets, Skylark adapts. Its wings are flexible, resistant to wind, and able to withstand rough landings. It doesn't need perfect conditions. It just needs the sky. In war, silence is often misunderstood. Some think silence means weakness. But Skylark shows that silence can mean strength, discipline, and control. Silence can be deadly. Silence can be the difference between winning and losing. Its greatest strength is that it doesn't want to be seen. It doesn't chase glory. It doesn't seek attention. It doesn't roar across the sky. It simply sees and vanishes like a ghost. And that's exactly why it never gets caught. So next time you look at the sky and see nothing, maybe something is already looking back at you. The future of surveillance isn't loud. It's silent. It isn't big. It's small. It isn't aggressive. It's patient. And that future has already started. Sometimes the most powerful machine in the sky is the one you'll never hear. And it might just be Skylark. When the engines go silent, when the clouds are calm, when danger hides in shadows and silence becomes the only truth, that is when Skylark rises. Not with noise, not with fire, but with eyes wide open. It does not chase glory. It does not demand attention. It simply sees. It sees what others don't. It hears what others miss. It knows what others guess. In the emptiness of the sky, it becomes the most powerful thing of all, the unseen. In the quiet corners of war, Skylark is watching, and sometimes knowing is more powerful than fighting. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, some of the most powerful things on Earth don't make a sound.